Hey guys, what's going on? It's AvatarEvan here. Welcome to another video. And I did it, guys. I hit my goal of full Prospector gear. It only took me a couple days. I believe about 3 days of grinding out the mining. I literally went there and I don't think I left until I got the full Prospector gear. So I was pretty committed to getting that. Wasn't too hard, to be honest with you, because you just AFK and it's pretty relaxing and stuff. But now I got to get back into the click intensive shit, which. Yeah, I enjoyed AFKing and stuff, but I can still, watch, Netflix and stuff, with this. And here's what I got from the little journey of getting the full Prospector. This isn't all my supplies. I would say this is about half of what I got, so you can probably double this, except for the Mithril. That's all the Mithril I got, but for the gold and coal, this is 100% of what I got. And I got this in my inventory because I plan on posting an offer on Zybez once I finish this video. And I'm just going to sell it to somebody. I'll try to have them to come to me if I can. And I'm just going to sell it. No need for, if any of you guys want to purchase this, I guess you can post in the comments below or message me in game preferably. By the time this is up, I'll probably already sell it though. But you can still send me a message if you're interested in purchasing any myth or gold or coal. And that actually, full Prospector got me all the way to 65 mining, believe it or not. Quite a bit of XP gain. That really brings up my total XP. I think the last video I did, I was at like 1.2 mil total XP, and I'm at almost 1.6 right now. And right now I'm training agility, and that's because originally my plan was to get right into combat and start training maybe Slayer and stuff like that, because my goal is to get back into bossing again. That's going to be my long-term goal, because summer's coming up. We don't got much time left in school. Now I'm in high school, as you guys probably know. And, we got summer coming up soon, and I'm looking into getting a job and stuff like that. And I'm also planning on, I have some pretty big goals in RS, and I plan on, getting to the point where I can boss and stuff. And we'll see how it goes, whether I get a job or not. And that'll pretty much depend on how much free time I have. And if I, have a significant amount of free time, I think I'm going to try to get max gear by the end of the summer. Max melee gear, that is. So, like, full bandos, barrels, gloves, all that kind of stuff. Fury, and a good cash stack as well. And I also might go for maxed melee stats, so all 99s in those by the end of the summer. We'll see how it goes. I'm not, promising that that's going to happen, but we'll see how much time I got, and if I do, I'm going to try to make that happen. Because I do plan on bossing in the future, but I don't have that much money. This is my inventory here. I'm not sure how much it's worth, but probably close to 500 to 800k, and then I got 1 mil cash, so my bank's close to 2 mil right now. But the thing is, I need more money. In order to train really anything in this game, I'm going to need a lot more money, and money will make everything easier. Like, literally everything will become easier once I start getting my hands on some money. And here are my stats right here. Obviously some of this stuff I made money on, but, a lot of stuff that I want to achieve is going to definitely cost me some money, like getting gear. And why can't I click on this? That was weird. Anyway, so right now I'm training agility, and you would think, oh, well, what does agility have to do with money? Well, I plan on doing some abyssal room crafting, doing some natures in the future. Obviously, I got to start off room crafting because I'm level 1, as you can see right there. I'm level 1 room crafting with no XP. But I plan on getting that all the way up to 44, which is when I can start room crafting natures for a hefty profit. I was talking to one of my friends that I met today during while I was mining. What's RC is his username. And he told me that you make approximately 400 to 500k an hour doing nature running. And I'm thinking that's a pretty damn good profit, to be honest. And you compare that to what I've been doing for money so far. I really haven't focused so much around making money. I guess you could say when I was doing U-trees and stuff, I was basically just doing that for money. I was doing it to AFK, but I was also doing it just to get some kind of starting cash to start with, which definitely did help. It was worth doing that. But I'm to the point where I've already got kind of a starting cash, and I'm going to, the next, upgrade towards that is going to be a much larger cash stack, so I don't really want to just sit there and AFK use all the way until I get maybe 10 mil or so. I'd much rather do a much faster method, which is going to be abyssal room crafting. That won't be, it's going to take a little while to get there. I got some stats I got to get up, obviously. Room crafting. There's also gear. He gave me a nice list of what I'm pretty much going to need for that. And basically it consisted of, I need graceful armor and stuff like that, and that's why I'm here right now. I'm trying to work on graceful. And obviously the barbarian assault, whatever you want to call this, agility course. I can't really think of my words for today for some reason. But the barbarian agility course obviously isn't going to give me any graceful tokens. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this until I hit 50 agility, which is when I can go to the Faldor rooftop agility course. and that's when I'm going to start getting my tokens, because the current best course I can do for rooftop is, I believe, Canifis, and I don't even believe I can access that because I haven't completed Priest Apparel. I want to say you can still go through and go to Canifis anyway, but honestly I really don't even want to bother with the walk. This is the fastest XP for my level, I'm pretty sure, at this point. It's the fastest XP right here. And I'm going to stay here until 50, which is when I'll move on to the Fowler rooftop course. And then I'll start collecting my tokens, and then I'll probably grind out the same way I grinded that Prospector. I grinded that out. I literally went there and didn't leave until I got the full set. So I'll probably do a similar kind of method with Graceful. We'll see how it goes. Well, actually, not so similar, because mining was AFK, and during the day I do like to play some COD, so I could just continue mining while playing COD and just AFK that. And with agility, sadly, you can't AFK this, so when I do go to play COD, I'm probably just going to go head over to U trees and just AFK those for some money while I'm doing that. And when I'm not doing that, I'm going to try to, just relax, watch some Netflix while doing some agility and get some XP here. It shouldn't be too long to get 50. I'll probably get that early on tomorrow, and then I can head over, and I'll probably get 51 agility tomorrow. This is what it's looking like. That's what I'm hoping for. And I'll get my agility up pretty high, which is a great thing, because that'll get me my Graceful, which will help me runecraft. And just generally, I've always wanted Graceful. I knew I would get it. I wasn't really confident that I was going to get it this soon, but considering that I'm going to need it for runecrafting, why not get it now? There's really no point in not bothering. I'm also going to need to work on Hunter. I'm not sure if I'm going to really go about this or not, because honestly, I really don't need all this stuff for training agility, training runecrafting. It's just it just improves. You'll waste less money on super energies. Won't have to pot up as often, and maybe there's a point where you have to have a certain agility bonus so that you don't have what's it called? You don't have to bank extra and stuff, and you don't have to be walking around the course at all. So I'm gonna have to get obviously some of that stuff, but I believe I'm gonna go ahead and try Hunter out, because I know I need 40 Hunter, I believe, for the spotted cape. In order to get the spottier, I believe it is 62 from what I recall. To get that, which is a long way, and Hunter's really slow right off the bat. And even throughout Hunter's entire training cycle, it is a really slow skill, similar to agility, but I just like agility a bit more. It's kind of more clear, I guess. Obviously, I can look up a Hunter guide and kind of figure out what I can do at what levels. It's just a bit more of a bother, in my opinion. Hunter's always been a skill I haven't really enjoyed doing, and the main reason I trained it in RS3, I did a lot of it through XP lamps and stuff. I'm currently 89 Hunter on RS3. I don't play RS3 anymore, by the way. But on my main, I was 93, and that was one of the 4 skills I didn't have maxed, along with thieving and some of the other skills. So that's one of the skills I don't really enjoy doing that much, and I haven't really had much experience with it. But it can be good money in the future if I want to bother going to chins. I most likely won't, though, because when it comes down to it, there's 2 ways you can make money. I can either make money by runecrafting Nats, or I can either go to chins and do that instead. And I'm pretty confident that Nats are going to be a lot better money than chins. So if I want to go ahead and train Hunter, I'll most likely probably just grind it out with some kind of fast XP method, which I'm really not sure which is. I believe the Salamanders was the best way to go, from what I recall way back in the day when I was training Hunter at that kind of level. But so that's going to be a goal I'm going to be heading for. I got to get that. Got to get my Graceful Hood, and he said I'm also going to want the Graceful Legs. Then I want a D'hide body to help protect myself against the abyssal creatures. And that also brings me into, I'm going to need to get my defense up, just general combat stats as well as health. I'm going to need to get all those up, so that'll put me back to the point where I am going to be trained combat as well. But honestly, I really don't feel like training combat right now. I'd much rather train agility at this point. So we'll see how combat goes. I'm not sure if I'm going to go right into Slayer from right now, or I can either do that, or I can also go to just some kind of training location and just train there. I think I might jump right into Slayer, though. We'll see. But I'm really not looking forward to starting off Slayer, just because it's such a pain. And I feel the same way towards a lot of skills, which is why I have so many level 1 stats at the moment. Obviously, I just started off, so I'm not going to be, have these amazing stats yet. But I haven't trained a lot of these skills, mostly because I just haven't bothered. Like, for example, farming. Farming has been a skill that is such great money. I've loved it. I've always loved it. But the thing with farming is that it's a pain to start off, and I just don't really bother. I've been so lazy with it. I just, know what? I'm just not even going to bother leaving my spot to do, these potato farm runs. I'm just going to sit here. And the thing with farming is there's no GE, so it's just I got to go ahead and get these potato seeds and all this other crap. and nobody sells them on Zybaz, so I gotta either. I read that I could get them from a potato field, but I went to a potato field and I'm picking up the potatoes. I'm not getting any seeds. I'm just getting potatoes. So odds are I'm gonna have to thieve those, or find it through some other method. I don't really know. It's stuff like that's a pain, and farming is just a lengthy process to start off. And once you get into a routine, that's when you start making a ton of money. But what I used to do in 07 when I was farming, I farmed Reneres. I made it close to like 30 mil off those, and it's really good money, but I spent so much time with farming. Like, I know it's just a thing you can do like every hour or so, and it's just a casual thing, but I turned it into like where I have to go every single hour, and like so whenever I was on, I would always be taking breaks from whatever I'm doing and doing farm runs. And in my head, I was picturing that, all right, it's not really affecting my XP because farm run only takes like 10 minutes, but if you're doing like X amount of farm runs a day, it does affect. Like, say you're doing 5 farm runs a day, or herb runs at least, it's going to take up 50 minutes, in total. So that's quite a bit of significant amount of time. So if you're, playing for 5 hours, it's going to take 20% of your time out, which is quite a lot. But it's a good money maker, so it's something I might want to consider. I probably won't be, if I do start farming again, which I know I am, I probably won't be farming as aggressively as I was before. I'll still be farming, but probably only like maybe a couple times a day. And we'll see what it comes down to. I'll see how much money it is, and I'll see how I feel about that, because I really want to focus on getting my other stats up. I really don't care about my farming level at all. Farming something that I'll have there for the money and really nothing else. And we just got a nice little random box here. And what is in the circle? That would be a 3. And stuff like this, what's the point of this? Like, I wasted my time with that for a stupid sapphire. The only randoms I find worth it are the genie, and when it sends you to the classroom where you solve the problem, and you get an XP book and XP lamp for both those. So those are the only 2 that are actually worth it, and I actually like when I get those because it's so easy to do, and it gives you some nice XP, and I just spend that right in agility because agility is a slower skill. And one thing I loved about the current RuneScape was that they had so many things you could do daily and stuff, and I hope they really do incorporate a lot more of that into here, because I love daily stuff. Or I love stopping by, for my daily task, and you could like assign it in certain skills. There's stuff like that. They had daily Squeal of Fortune. I can't remember a whole lot because I haven't played in a while, but they had a lot of daily stuff. And from what I've heard, they've had a lot of monthly stuff as well, like you get certain boots for bonus XP, and I love that kind of stuff. So I hope they incorporate that in here as well. Obviously some people complain that there's so much free XP stuff in the game, it's making it way too easy, but at the same time, I want to say in everybody's mind, everybody wants to max out. Whether that's you're taking that seriously but in the back of your head, for every RuneScape player, I'm saying, they want to max out at some point. Like, everybody's gone for a 99. Everybody's done that kind of stuff. So the back of everybody's mind, they want to max out. Obviously, most people aren't going to get it. But, it's always in the back of people's mind is like, all right, well, I want to get this 99. Then after they get that 99, they're going to strive for a different one. So overall, if you keep that pattern up, you're going to, obviously get a max cape. So, that's my kind of feelings on that. But I've talked about a lot of stuff in this video. 13-minute video. If you guys are still listening, I appreciate it, I love doing long commentaries, and if you guys don't like listening, well, that's fine. I don't make these videos for views at all. I just enjoy talking about RuneScape and, kind of making videos on it. And Call of Duty is a more kind of game I, focus towards my viewers for the most part. This I just kind of, by bombarding my channel with just because I enjoy it. Wasn't really so much for my fans. It was mostly for me. And hopefully that can attract a new fan base. And I may start streaming RuneScape in the future. Over the summer, there's definitely a possibility that could happen. And I have a lot of followers on my COD part of this channel. And they all wanted me to stream COD, and I would love to do that. But the problem with that is my internet can't really handle it. Like, the internet can handle streaming, but when it comes to streaming and playing Call of Duty at a good frame rate, it's not going to happen. Because I remember I was testing out streaming once, just to see if my internet can handle it. And I would click the X button to reload, and like literally a half a second to a second later, it would actually reload. So you can definitely notice the latency on that. So, there's no way I'd be able to play with that kind of a delay on it. If it was like unnoticeable, then, that's alright. I can deal with it. But when you can literally notice it in your reload alone, it's just not possible for that to happen, I'm afraid. So I can't stream Call of Duty, but obviously it doesn't really matter. I'm not gonna lag on RuneScape if I'm streaming, so it's definitely a thing I can do in the future. is stream some RuneScape, and we'll see how that goes. Let me know in the comment section below if you would like to see me stream. I'd like to hear you guys' opinions as well. That's all for this one, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed this very, very lengthy video. 15 minutes long. A pat on the back if you're still listening right now. I'm probably talking to no one, but maybe there's a couple people out there that are still listening. So, props to you if you did like the video. And that's all for this one, guys. I'll catch you guys in the next one.